20 million years ago, this land was densely forested. These are the forests now, pressed and petrified into a substance they call brown coal. This is the center of the coal region. It's the great workshop area around the lower Rhine. Soft and dusty, brown coal has little value for normal purposes. But for the furnaces of power stations, it is a perfect fuel. In this enormous pit, 6 men operate the electric excavator. 6 men only. It costs little to extract and little to transport, for the generating plants that burn it have been built beside the workings. Goldenberg, Primmersdorf, Weissweiler. Their banks of chimneys dominate the landscape. They are another answer to modern Europe's quest for power without expending precious raw materials. An extra turbine is started up to meet the mid-afternoon peak load in Cologne. In the control rooms of this new Europe, there's a figure who is becoming increasingly important, the international load dispatcher. He passes electric power from one country to another, wherever it's needed most. Germany sends power to Switzerland to meet a specially heavy load. Italy sends it via France and Belgium to Holland. Holland repays Germany for what she took last month. Already the breakers tell their tale of a continent becoming one. Economists and engineers have dreamed of a single European grid. It exists in embryo even now. In these new generating stations, many of them the fruit of transatlantic cooperation under the Marshall Plan, Europe sees a measure of the stride of her recovery and of her coming strength. But meanwhile, across much of the continent, the drudgery of bygone times continues still. Surely it is vital then to press ahead, to achieve the limits of the possible, to make the fullest use of every source of power that Europe has. And now, thanks to European ingenuity, coal and water are not the only sources.
And where there is energy within the earth, why not release it? Make it work. Why not drill for it like oil, and instead of oil, strike steel? That's what they are doing here at Lardarello. No wonder the ancient Romans spoke of the mysterious force stirring beneath the fields of Tuscany. Today, that force is felt from Genova to Napoli. It generates nearly 1/10 of all the electric power in Italy.
The limits of the possible. That's a good description of what we are doing here in Austria. This is called das Kapruna Wasserkraftwerk, the Kaprun power project. And when they saw the plans, some engineers told us it couldn't be done. Too difficult and too dangerous.
Achtung! Hilfe!
It's dangerous, yes, but it's not quite too difficult. Just a very bold idea. You see, above here, where these men are tunneling, is a big glacier, the Pasterzen-Gletscher, at the foot of the Großglockner, the highest mountain in Austria. This tunnel will carry the water from the glacier down to a lake, where it can be stored until it's needed for the turbines. The tunnel will be 12 kilometers long. That's nearly as long as the famous Alpine railway tunnels. Here's the lower end of the tunnel, where the water will come pouring out into the lake. I forgot to tell you that we are constructing the lake as well. 3 of them, as a matter of fact, with 5 dams to hold the water in. A good many visitors come to see the Limbergsperre. It's the biggest dam of them all, 400 feet high, 6,000 feet above sea level. Everything about Kaprun is big. It's the biggest hydroelectric project ever undertaken in Europe. It's going to make a great deal of difference to the farmers in Tyrol and the factories in Vienna, and to our neighboring countries too.
Langsam. Halt. Nachfahren. Halt. Langsam. Aushören.
This cable crane system we are using, as a matter of fact, it's the biggest in the world. It's carrying the gravel washed down from the glacier to the cement plant. That's how we get our concrete to build the dams. Of course, every single piece of equipment had to be manhandled up the mountains and then reassembled here on the site. Yes, I think you could say that this Kaprun power project is achieving the limits of the possible.
They are appearing from the Adriatic to the Arctic Circle. The penstocks and spillways, the galleries and turbine halls that speak of our new mastery of natural force. If we are to fulfill the many tasks that lie before us, we shall need them all. For power in our time is the key to plenty. And both are vital to the grand design which we draw today for the Europe of tomorrow.